Welcome back, everyone, to the Echoes of Insight podcast. In this episode, I'm joined by Blane Burbach to talk about what it's like to own your own business. He is a carpenter, and he owns his own business. So we discussed a whole lot of things, ranging from what it was like to see Jordan Peterson live, the ups and downs of specifically carpentry and, in general, owning a business. We talked about lying and when it might actually be appropriate to lie, but why you should avoid it at all costs other than that. We talked about loneliness and a whole bunch of personal things in this one. Blane was very easy to talk to. It was a great conversation, and I think you guys will enjoy it as much as I did. So enjoy the rest. Welcome back, everyone, to the Echoes of Insight podcast. I'm here with my guest, Blane.
What's up?
How you doing?
Good, dude.
You want to introduce yourself? What do you do? How old are you?
Yeah. I'm Blane, as he said. 23 years old. I do carpentry. Started a business just this past 6 months. I went out on my own. Loving it. Big ballin'. It's just me, though, for now. So it gets lonely, for sure.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, looking to hire people, but
It's good.
Baby steps.
If you are a skilled carpenter, hit
Call
me
me.
up and I'll get you in contact. You said you've been on TV before, right?
yes, sir.
Why was that? I need to hear.
So my parents worked at the school that I went to my whole life, a small private Christian school, and they went on the senior trips. So this had to be 2006, I want to say. So I was 5. I was young. But we were in New York City, and Good Morning America we were on. My mom, she had a little bump in her stomach. And right before they left for the trip, my sister said, "Mom, you look pregnant." And while they were out there, they got tested. I went with them on the trip. And, yeah, she got tested, and she was pregnant. So we were holding the sign, "Ashlyn, you were right. Mom's pregnant." So they brought us up, and they were like, "Oh, where are you from?" It's pretty cool. So we were walking through Central Park later that day, and this guy, he was like, "Hey, I saw you on TV today.
No way.
You're a cutie." I was like, "Freak. Get off of me."
That's pretty funny. Dude, that's so weird.
Yeah.
I know some of my best friends growing up, the Osbournes, I'm pretty sure they were on TV once when they were really young. I don't even understand why. I don't remember why. It's pretty interesting, though.
The
I want to be
Osbournes.
on TV. Yeah, I don't think you'd know them.
No.
But, yeah, they moved down to Florida like 7 years ago. 8
Okay.
years, probably longer. Wow, it's been a long time.
What part of Florida? I'm from Florida. Or born in Florida.
Orlando, I'm pretty sure they're near.
Okay.
It's a nice place.
Yeah.
I think they were in Claremont, which I think is right next to Orlando.
I would not know.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I live in New Hampshire. You saw Jordan Peterson live,
I did.
all right? Yeah, we went to the same show,
Yes,
which
sir.
was not even planned, and I don't even know how we figured it out, but we did. That we went to the same live show. What were your thoughts on Jordan Peterson live?
Man, once he starts, he doesn't stop. That's what it feels like. No, it was very good. He it definitely felt more like a show than I expected. I thought it was going to be what I've seen in the past is he starts off by saying, "So, I've been thinking about this today, and I think we're going to go this way with it." And then he talks for an hour, but which he did a little bit of. But I think it feels like he's going to do that same performance for most of his shows on this tour. I want to go to the Boston one.
Is he going to Boston soon?
June.
Oh, I should go to that.
Right?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I kind of agree with you. It was really good.
Oh,
Don't get me wrong, but yeah, he is. I don't know. It's a lot less natural than I was expecting.
that's what I felt.
Except the Tammy. Honestly, like Tammy's part was so good at the beginning. I was like, it was really good.
Tammy
I
killed.
want to hear her talk more.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like she's like she's like a mom. Like she's just everyone's mom.
So kind.
Yeah.
Voice.
It's very, very calm, very kind.
Soft.
Yeah. Maybe I'll meet them someday. This podcast gets big enough. You know who my first big guest is having on? I might have Tammy before I have Jordan.
I don't know if I would ever talk to Jordan Peterson, or I want to.
Why?
He's too good. He's too smart. I don't know what I would talk to him about.
But do you think he might like become more casual when he's not on stage?
I don't know if he does.
If anyone was like that all the time, it would be him. I feel like most people, like once they're off stage, once they're with their family, they're like calm down, they're casual. They say like they're fun.
I don't think he does.
I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't.
I've heard his daughter.
You're never gonna know.
I've heard his daughter talk about it. She's like on Piers Morgan, I think it's
yeah.
called. She's like, it's exactly what you think he would be like. Off screen. Yeah.
That's good though. He's definitely a good father on screen. So, so hopefully he's a good father off screen.
Right.
About carpentry.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily about just carpentry, but what's the hardest thing about working for yourself?
The quotes. The quotes are killing me. I don't get every single job. I probably get maybe a third of what I throw quotes out for.
Oof.
And that's kind of normal. I called my boss up. I'm like, dude, this is killing me because it takes hours. So much work. And paperwork I've always struggled with from high school. I've always hated it. And yeah, it sucks. Really sucks. I like swinging a hammer. That's what I like doing.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. So you went to a private Christian school?
I did.
So you and me are similar in that our parents paid for our high school, and we didn't even end up going to college, which is,
That's why people go to those kind of schools.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what was your high school like?
Well, so my dad was the principal. I don't know if I said that, but my mom was the guidance counselor.
Oh,
so we all got in the car together and went to school every day. We took 2 cars, but that was rough. Everyone expects a lot out of you when you're the principal's kid, which led me to do a lot of stupid. So got into that later on. But yeah, people expect a lot. Teachers, students, they think you could get away with everything. A lot of resentment towards you. So
did you have a way? Did you have a way to get away with things in school at all?
No.
Or was it the opposite?
It was the opposite.
Really?
There were some cool things, just like the going on the senior trip when I was really young. Like I remember that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but you weren't part of the school system yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird. I remember actually at my old school, there was a girl in my grade that her mom was the principal. And, I mean, I kind of knew them personally, so I didn't really see her very differently. But I can imagine how people would see you differently if you're like the principal's son.
Oh, yeah.
And the guidance counselor's daughter. Or,
son.
Son as well. Oops.
She.
But, yeah.
Rough.
You just expect a lot. How'd you do, like, in terms of grades?
Oh, it's terrible. I was second lowest my senior year, and I kind of kicked butt for me. I think I had 1 C.
Wait, how many kids were in your grade?
23.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, but I was second.
You were the 22nd best in your grade. That sounds a lot better.
Wow,
that'd be really good. If I was that,
that's huge.
If I was that in my school, that'd be pretty good.
How big? Oh, Bishop Girton.
Yeah, I went to Bishop Girton. There's
how many kids in your class?
Man, I forget. I think I had a smaller class, and there was still like 110,
yeah,
115, 120 people.
That was at the high school. That was the size of the high school where I went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, even with that, I feel like I knew everyone just as much as I did when I went to a school that only had 10 people. in my grade.
Yes. Yep.
It's weird. Like,
Yep.
I don't know. Because you're just there every day with the same people every day. Even if you don't have classes with them, you just know them.
Yep.
Like, you know everything about them because you're always with them. Nothing nothing exciting happens. If I see even sometimes when I see my friends now, there's so much stuff that's happened and I can talk to them about. But even back then, like, if something happens to not even to my friend, but someone that I know, I already know. Like, they don't
Word
have to
goes
come
fast.
yeah, especially in high school. Everyone's got a big mouth.
I don't miss it.
Me neither, but I also kind of do.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. No responsibility, really.
Ah.
I mean, the responsibility that I thought I had that I didn't do, so
Yep.
I guess I really didn't have
Yep.
much responsibility at all.
I remember thinking, oh, I can't get any worse than this.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
It's just different.
Yeah, there's up and downs to everything. Pros and cons.
Yeah.
People often, like... They either say, like, the worst is yet to come or the best is yet to come, but not really. Like, as you get older, I have so much more freedom now. I can go out and stay over my friend's house on a Tuesday night if I want to. I couldn't do that in high school.
So cool.
But then I also, like, that's good. That's freedom. But at the same time, I have the responsibility where I can't do that. And I have to make that choice. And it would ruin my life if I don't do it.
Yes.
Back in high school, like, I would love if I could sleep over my friend's house on a Tuesday, don't go to school.
Yeah.
That wouldn't really ruin my life at all or do anything. I'm not saying missing one day of work is going to ruin your life, but
Messes the week up.
it does.
It does. Throws everything off.
People are momentum based too. Like, I need
Consistency.
I need to show myself that I'm the type of person that goes to the gym every day. And that's not, I mean, I don't even go to the gym every day, so that's a bad example. But I'm the person that shows up to work every day.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
I
No
don't know.
excuses.
Yeah, maybe other people are less like that, but I am definitely like that.
Oh, respect. I was late one day to where I worked for before. I was late because I overslept. Slept right through my alarm. It's terrible. I think I woke up at 10 o'clock.
Oof.
It's rough.
Yeah, and what was it, Carpentry?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they usually start early, so.
Yep.
What time were you supposed to go?
6.
What?
I was supposed to meet them at 6. That was rough.
Yeah.
That was a scary wake up.
That's horrible.
Ugh.
That's the worst feeling, sleeping through your alarm, and you know it. You know it right when you wake up,
myself.
too.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I wake up before my alarm, and I freak out because I'm like, oh, no. But
Yep.
usually,
Been there.
sometimes I wake up like a minute before my alarm. Have you ever done that?
Oh, all the time. Yep.
It's so weird.
Yep.
It's like your body just knows.
It knows.
That's the weirdest thing.
It's so
Someone's
cool.
got to do like a study on that.
They have to have,
I would assume so.
right?
I got to do my research better. So quotes are tough.
Quotes.
What's the
It's just the paperwork, the getting permits, dealing with the town, because every town's different in New Hampshire. So like
Oh yeah.
Massachusetts, everything's the same. Building codes are all the same, but you go from Merrimack to Pelham. Depending on the guy, he might stick it to you. He might be. I hate working in Merrimack.
Have you ever worked in Salem?
They're the worst. No,
Salem's
never.
worse.
Really?
Yeah, it's worse than Merrimack. So
Oh yeah, because you built.
yeah, we have
That
a
house-
flip
or-
house there.
Yeah.
We got everything that they could have gotten us with. They hammered down on us. It was horrible. I mean, I wasn't like responsible for it, but
Yep.
I know what happened, and it was not good.
No.
Just horrible. But yeah, Johnny did a flip house in Merrimack too. So
Okay.
so he knows that place is also
Okay.
a
Yep.
bit of a stickler.
Yep.
What about quote? Like, how do you go about doing a quote? Someone's asking for something.
So I started writing up a spreadsheet of what each material costs and realized that is a giant waste of time because when I started out doing carpentry, 2x4, that's kind of what you go off of for pricing material. It's kind of like the baseline. How much is a 2x4 at the time tells kind of what everything else is. So when I started, I think it was $9.24 is when it started. That's so much for a 2x4 8-foot. That's ridiculous. You can't build off that. Typically, it's around $2.
It fluctuates that much?
Because of COVID. That was
Oh.
because of COVID.
Oh.
Right now, I think it's like 320 something. So it's always kind of moving.
Yeah.
Depending on where they get it. They're shipping a lot of it from Canada now. So keep America green, baby.
All Canada's got is trees, so we'll take them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I worked at Home Depot. I feel like I should have known that.
Yeah, come on.
I wasn't in the lumber department. I did customer service. Way worse.
There you go.
Way worse than lumber. So, okay, I want to know like the process though of quoting.
Mm-hmm. I like going on spreadsheet. Yeah, with my school though, I didn't learn spreadsheet. I had to teach myself, which is a pain. But once you get the hang of it, it kind of goes fast. So I either do spreadsheet or QuickBooks. It's just a nice, clean way to write up a quote for someone. Looks professional. So yeah, the jobs I'm picking up right now are like under 100K. I haven't gone over that yet. It's just me, so I can't go. I'm not building houses yet.
Yeah.
Eventually I want to get there, but yeah, so fairly big jobs. So typically I just go through all the numbers, look it up if I don't know. If I do know. So typically I mark up 15% on material costs because they're wavy, and it's like right now I'm busy till July. Yeah.
On one house?
July, August. A few things.
Okay.
Mostly one house. You helped me.
To Wells, yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's a nice
Wells,
house.
Maine. I'm excited.
So you just kind of estimate for some, look up what other materials will cost, mark it up 15%, send it to them.
If it's quick, if it's like a door or a drywall patch, I'll just know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
It'll take me a day. It'll take me a week. I can throw a price out real quick, but for bigger jobs, I need to take my time.
How many quotes do you have to give, like every week?
I'd say 5. It's been 5.
So kind of like one a day-ish.
Yep. I like to do it all in one sitting.
Yeah,
If
I
I
would
could
imagine.
If I could run around, have one day where I run around and 4 days where I swing a hammer, I'm happy.
So take you all day to do those 5 quotes?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, but it's going to look at them.
Oh, yeah, you have to go.
So I hop around houses and then sit down and write them up.
That's
and
a
that's a
pain.
day, and you don't make money.
Yeah, no, obviously.
Free quotes, baby.
So if you were to hire someone, what would you want them to be a part of?
I need a sweeper.
That's it? Dude, I'll help with that.
No, like, I don't know. At the end of the day, when I'm sweeping, I'm like, I should not be doing this right now. I could be doing something better. But, you got to do what you got to do. I was a sweeper for a long time. But that's how you learn. So I'm hoping to hire my brother this summer.
Just as a sweeper?
As a sweeper.
No, he'll do more than
No,
that,
he
right?
will. He will. Yeah. He'll help
It's
me
good, like-
carry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal. There's a lot of
everything.
heavy stuff you gotta
Oh, yeah.
lift, so he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
have to hit the gym. One thing I noticed is like when you're around, if you're just around like this stuff, like I'm around Johnny and I see him do this stuff, and I learn so much just from being around it.
Just watching.
So it'll be good for your brother. How old is he?
18.
He's
graduating.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, every time I hear like someone talk about their little brother, I just assume he's like 12 or 13. That's cool. That's good for him.
He's
good
grown.
for him.
He's grown.
Yeah, I guess you said your mom was pregnant in 06, so that would make sense.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, yeah, we talked about on our trip over to Wells.
Yeah.
We talked about getting burnt out
Mm.
in work. How did you burn yourself out, and how do you think it can be avoided in the future?
Mm. So the steps. So I would say this time last year, so March to end of the summer, end of August, I worked 80 to 85 hours a week. I did not stop. So I was working 40 hours a week, Monday through Thursday for the company I worked for. And then 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was working 40. Just crazy hours, zero sleep. I made good money, but it killed me. It really killed me. And I didn't realize what I was doing till I stopped. I didn't realize how my body was reacting to it. You need your sleep. I found that out real quick. Not real quick, but you need your sleep and you need to eat well. Because I was eating McDonald's every day. Oh, man. Yeah.
That'll get you.
Yeah. Yeah. So at the end of the summer, when I went out on my own, I took 2 weeks off and I was like, this is my summer. So it was, I think it was Labor Day weekend was when I went off on my own. And
What is that, end of May, right?
Memorial Day.
Oh, that's Memorial Day. When's Labor Day? Oh, man, I should know this
I
stuff.
don't know, man.
Whatever.
I should know
Sorry.
this. Gosh. Yeah, so I took 2 weeks off. My sister has a baby. So I spent a lot of time with them. That was really nice. Worked on my trailer, built that out, and relaxed. I found myself again. You got to say no. Gotta say no. Know your place, because and don't let people take advantage of you, because I was charging half of what I should have been charging. And my mom, your dad actually talked to me about this. He's like, you can't underbid. Don't underbid yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard for me because I want to help. I want to help out. That's what I love doing. Yeah. Know your worth.
You're an agreeable person, and I am also, and my mom is also, runs in my family.
Yeah.
Izzy's not.
No,
my dad's not.
That's for sure.
So it kind of doesn't run in my family. It's my mom. And I got it from my mom, dude. I would just hate, if anyone asked me to do something and I have to, tell them a price of it, I just don't want to. I'm like, man, I'll just do it for free.
I would love that.
And part of it, I mean, when I say that, it sounds like I'm being super virtuous and just being so nice about it, but it's not even necessarily that. It's I don't know. I don't think it's out of virtue. I think it's out of just me not wanting the conflict or any sort of uncomfortable discomfort in my life. I mean, it's not it's obviously a good thing to help out people, but it's also completely fair, and it's not bad at all to charge what you're worth.
Yep.
It is hard to. It becomes very difficult for a lot of people like me and you. To a lot of people, it's easy, like my dad. But yeah, but I don't. I want to I hate that people just see it as a virtuous thing to kind of be I'll just do it for free. And a lot of people it's good to do, obviously, but I think a lot of people are doing it more out of fear of discomfort than actually trying to do something nice for someone.
There it is. That was me forever. I would avoid conflict so bad before I joined a framing crew.
Oh,
they will change you. Oh my gosh,
a lot of heckling.
Oh man, you throw it back. Oh, you learn so fast how to put people in their place.
That's good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I actually I partially seek out discomfort now. Well, I've always seeked out discomfort, but typically it was in my own life with lifting, physical uncomfortable.
Yep.
But I need it more socially. So even like Jordan Peterson says, to always tell the truth. Now I really try to, even when I don't want to, just because I know it's gonna grow me.
Were you ever a liar?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wasn't everyone? Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did a lot, bro. I smoked weed. I didn't tell my parents. Of course, I wasn't gonna tell my parents that.
No, what?
So
my mom knows everything about everything now.
Yeah, my parents pretty much know everything. I don't have any reason to keep secrets from them anymore.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I've been an anxious person for so long. I think a lot of it is because I was just hiding so much from my parents, and not even just my parents, but like anyone that wasn't my best friends. Yep. So
anyone you remotely did not trust.
Yeah.
In your circle.
And it's funny because the people that I didn't want to tell were mostly the people that that actually cared about me. So like if I didn't want to tell someone that I was smoking weed because they're going to tell my parents and I'm going to get in trouble, I'm not going to be able to smoke weed anymore. So the reason I didn't trust them, but it was because they were going to do something nice, good for me.
They wanted the best for you.
Yeah.
And you hate that.
I did hate it.
I hated that.
I don't anymore. But what changed your mind with the lying and stuff?
It's so much work. It's hard to keep track of. You just dig yourself in a hole in every circumstance, and especially because my parents were in the school, so I couldn't get away from them. And everyone talks in that school. There's 200 people in the school total, kindergarten through 12th. So everyone knows everything. Can't really keep a secret. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It is. You have to just keep digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah, Peterson, he always says with lying, it's going to be very difficult if you've been lying to start telling the truth. Because once you start telling the truth, it's not as simple as just clean slate, now you're going. It's nope, you got to cover that up. You got to cover that up. But you can't. So you got to confront it every time it comes up. And it's going to come up. Your lies are going to come back when you just don't want them to.
Yep.
You're going to think, oh, yep, I'm going to tell the truth now. And then you're going to go through your day. It's going to be a great day. And then something's going to come up. And you're going to have to tell the truth about something you've already lied about. And you're just going to be like, I just don't want to.
It's hard, man.
It really is. Both ends are hard. It's very easy to lie. It's very hard to tell the truth.
Yeah.
So
what's worth it to you?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Do you think there's any situation where lying is completely fine?
Oh. Lying, not telling the truth.
Yeah, both. I think not telling the truth is lying.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
When?
I think it depends on who. We're getting into it. I think I'm trying to think of lying for the good.
I have an example.
Oh. Please.
This was brought up to me by my friend Frank. He's a very smart guy.
All right.
Very smart guy, actually. Maybe I should bring him to Peterson. He would like it. Anyway, he's saying if you are walking down the street and a homeless person asks you for money, or he doesn't ask you for money, he goes, do you have any change? You could say, no, I don't have change. Or and probably you do. But what you're doing is lying by saying you don't have any change by answering his real question, which is, can I have some money? So it's going to be a lot more rude of you to say, yes, but none for you, than just say, no, I don't have any money.
Interesting.
And I don't even know if that's necessarily a good thing, but maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's harsh to tell the truth there, but I don't know if that makes it bad to tell the truth. And then another one would be if you're back in World War II and you're hiding Jews in your attic, and
There you go.
the Nazis come to your door and say, "Are you hiding Jews in the attic? Are you going to tell the truth, or are you going to lie?"
You gotta lie.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the right thing. Yeah, that's a good example.
that's probably the best one.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really supposed to tell a lie, but dude,
That's hard.
yeah, I don't know. My friend Frank said he would tell a half truth, which is I've seen them around, which would probably end up him getting in more trouble than
Yep.
anyone else. But maybe that's for the best.
Yeah, that doesn't really get you anywhere. A half truth, does it?
Mm.
Ugh.
In that situation, probably not.
Probably makes it worse.
I don't think, like, if you say no, what are they going to do? Are they going to come into your house and start looking? Probably not. They're probably just going to move on. I'd say lying's probably just the best thing to do there.
I think so.
The half truth, you might get hurt. You might get hurt. Like if you tell the half truth, yeah, they've been around or I've seen them. They're gonna come in
Right.
and search. So all or nothing, man.
Oh boy.
If you want to give them up, well, that's on you. Sheesh, lying, dude.
I know. Wow. Didn't know we were going into that.
Yeah. Well, lions. It's such like an innate thing. We're all liars.
And it's embedded in us. We don't learn to lie.
Yeah.
We learn to lie better.
Yep.
We don't learn to lie.
Yeah. Yeah. That's such an interesting thing. There's so many things like that. Just even like babies know how, they don't know how to talk, so I guess they don't know how to lie. But
I have a niece. She is 1 year and 2 months. And she tries to get away with things. She's not lying. She's not verbal, but she knows what she's doing.
yeah,
She's very aware, and no one taught her to. No one taught her to steal a shoe and hide it.
yeah, and she knows that it's bad.
Yep,
It's crazy.
she
crazy
knows that.
babies know this stuff.
Yeah, yep. She knows what she's supposed to do and what she's not supposed to do. She knows.
Take that as you please, everyone. Make some assumptions from that. It's pretty interesting, dude. It really is.
Oh yeah,
Do you want kids?
yeah.
Do you know how many?
I don't have a number, but I think about how one could be a bad idea for the one child. I'm not a fan of only childs.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just got to throw that out there.
I mean, not necessarily just the child,
That's true.
but I know what you mean. Like it's
Typically they are the spoiled kind.
but also they don't have it. They're spoiled a lot of the times. I'm not making generalizations, but they're spoiled a lot of the times. But not even just that. Like they don't have someone to grow up with. Like having a sibling is very important
It is.
for your growth, and so it's you're almost
social.
I think like you're almost doing them a disservice by, like you can have one kid and still they will grow up and be amazing, but it's a lot more difficult for you and for the kid than if you just have another kid and they can grow up together and learn from each other.
I think so.
They need someone to play with.
Yep.
Like my dad, and I live right next to my cousin, and we have my entire life. So even if I didn't have a brother or a sister,
You have them.
like I could have roughhoused with my cousin who's my age. Like I feel like you need someone close to your age, a sibling.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when I was lying to my parents, guess who knew? Like my siblings
They all
knew.
do.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they would never like. I don't know. They're just family. You need that.
You do. I hated my siblings. I have 3 siblings, and I hated each of them at one point in my life.
Really.
Ugh. Especially my older sister. We butt
Amen.
heads. We
No,
butt.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm not. I'm not kidding. No, it was rough. There was always a competition. For what? I don't know, but maybe for mom and dad to like us better. But yeah, it was bad. Now we're besties. It's
Yeah, you
crazy.
just grow
It's
out of it.
crazy. Yeah.
It's-
Some people don't, I will say.
When did you kind of grow out of it? Like what time point in your life?
It's funny. Once we both started hiding stuff from mom and dad, that helped. That definitely helped. So that was probably 9th or 10th grade. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Me and my sister have always been pretty close. And my brother. We've all actually been pretty close our entire lives.
I can tell.
Never hated each other, really. And she definitely pisses me off a lot. And Jeremy does, too. But it doesn't last. They've always been very good. I was wondering if it was more like, if it was going to be like right out of high school. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they get out of high school, their maturity has gone like this through high school. And then once they're out, they boom,
Yep.
shoot up and
Oh, for sure.
really mature. In
Yep.
my case, that's true.
Yep.
And
Reality
sure for
hits.
a lot of people, yeah. Yeah, maybe it doesn't as much if you're heading into college because it's kind of just an extension of high school. But
Exactly. Party time
yeah, for a lot of people.
for most.
Yeah, college is, I got my opinions on college. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but it is a bad thing a lot of the time.
Yep.
For a lot of people.
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
yeah, I think there's like this whole idea like college versus non-college. There's so many people who are totally anti-college, and they're saying like, oh, you're gonna go $100,000-$200,000 in debt, and you're gonna waste 4 years of your life, and you're not gonna learn anything. But I hate like taking that extreme standpoint because I don't know any of my friends that have $100,000 in student loans. The most I have that I know of is probably like under 50.
Okay.
And so like you can go to college and not waste a ton of money and not waste a ton of, well, I guess you still kind of waste 4 years of your life, but it's not wasted
It's
necessarily.
not. Nope. If you
It
know
just depends what
you
you do with it.
Yes.
Like the only reason that I think college is such a scam for people is that they're paying to go and party with people. Like they're not learning anything. They're not applying themselves. They're not growing at all. They're not making any money. They're not building anything for their future. They're just there.
Existing.
They're just existing and drinking,
Yes, sir.
which is fun.
So fun.
It's definitely fun.
But for how long?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna grow up. I mean, people. You know what's funny is like people. You say for how long, but some people do it their entire lives.
Yes, sir.
Were you ever a big partier?
Not a partier.
Really?
No. I would just go to my buddy Zach's house. You know
Oh
Zach.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. See,
Friend groups.
I was a good mix.
Okay.
I did my fair share of just hanging out with two friends and playing video games all night. I did that a lot, and I did go to a lot of parties as well. I knew a lot of people. Oh, cool.
What's up? There's a dog.
Sorry for that brief interruption.
Yeah, we're
everyone.
back.
My sister came with a dog, and instead of saying hi and leaving, like any normal person would do, she ended up staying for 30 minutes. Over 30 minutes. But we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Better than ever.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about parties.
We were talking about parties.
Is that where we left off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've never done a podcast?
Right?
Do you know anyone that has a podcast except for me?
No.
What do you think of podcasting? How do you think it's like? What do you think of it compared to like other type of content creation and other type of like news?
So because I work all the time, I listen to podcasts quite a bit. So I don't think of it as background. I think it's the opposite of background noise. Some podcasts, some of the Jordan Peterson podcasts, I have to listen to 2 to 3 times to understand even remotely what's going on. But
Yeah, I got his audiobook, 12 Rules for Life, and I've listened to it probably 5 times over.
wow.
But I did a whole series on it, so I had to listen to each rule individually for the episodes. So, and that's partially the reason.
Yep.
But yeah, you do.
Did you read the physical copy?
No, I didn't. But I do have Beyond Order, the second one, 12 More Rules, and I have that physical copy. And I'm not even done with it yet. I've been pushing that off for so long. So
You a reader? No. Oh.
I try to read, but I don't really enjoy reading that much. I'm a podcast guy. I listen to podcasts, so it's very tough for me to read. Actually read. I'd rather just listen to the audiobook.
Yep.
Whatever it is. Try to read my Bible, sometimes, but even
Gotta.
I mean, like I have had like good strong kicks of where I've been going like every night either reading my Bible or reading Beyond Order, but not really. I need like 20 minutes into reading is when my mind's finally in the reading. So it's very hard to read a Jordan Peterson book because like you're trying to read and you just can't process it until you're like 20 minutes into reading and you're like, okay, now I'm in the zone. But then in your first 20 minutes, you kind of missed out on a lot of stuff.
Okay, so I would say I'm more opposite. I start off strong. First 30 minutes is really good. Then I have to put the book down for a couple minutes.
That's good.
That's weird.
That is weird. That is weird also because we're both podcast people. What's your top 3 podcasts? If you even listen to
No,
3,
yeah.
I don't know.
It would. Oh, I'm going to say this. Okay, so Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson.
Let's go.
And you.
No.
This
seriously.
one, right? No, this one's going to throw you off for a loop, but Bad Friends. Have you listened to that? Andrew Santino and
Bobby Lee. I've never listened to their podcast, but I love those guys. They're hilarious.
They take the edge off, for sure.
Yeah, I really don't listen to much comedy podcasts. The only one I could say really is like Theo Vaughn.
Oh, he's good.
And his aren't even like pure comedy. He goes really deep in his a lot. But I listen to Joe Rogan's Modern Wisdom. So my top 3.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the sake of it. Modern Wisdom is number 1 for me.
Yep.
Oh, man. Joe Rogan's there.
Can't go wrong with him.
My First Million's really, really good. It's these 2 guys, Sam Parr and Sean Puri, and they're both millionaires, multimillionaires. They both they're in like the tech industry. They built companies and then sold them for a lot of money, tens of millions of dollars, or maybe even hundreds. Anyway, they just have a podcast about business.
Get it.
And like news and business and news and tech. And dude, if I listen to one of those podcasts, I'm inspired. After every single one, I'm like, I want to start a company. I want to build it up and I want to sell it for $50 million. Like that's literally how I feel.
Yes.
Just they're very inspiring, very smart people. I think with podcasts, it's so cool because and this isn't an original idea for me, but I've heard someone say that like you can listen to literally the smartest people in the world at any time you want. And so there's a lot of people that don't take advantage of that.
Very
and
true.
It's just insane that they wouldn't take advantage of that.
The amount of access we have to our fingertips.
Yeah.
Good and bad. We don't take advantage of it.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be like the best people in general.
Yep.
It can be like the best people in your field. If you want to, I don't know, if you're really into hockey, I'm sure there's a great hockey podcast. Like, seriously. It's just like,
yep.
I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
Yep.
If you want to talk about I don't know. There's a good football one, I think. Julian Edelman has one. I'm pretty sure the Kelseys have one. Isn't that crazy? You could just hear NFL players like talk about their experiences and stuff.
I feel like podcasts have taken off after COVID. Is that true, or am I just behind?
Probably during COVID.
Yeah,
I would take a guess because everyone was inside. What are you gonna do?
I think. Yeah.
Everyone's working on home projects and stuff.
Yep.
What are you gonna do while you're doing that? Listen to
Yep.
a podcast.
Yes, sir.
That's very true. That's very true. I feel like with so many trends growing up, I've always had like a business mindset. I want to like catch the trend because obviously that's how you make money.
Yep.
But I feel like I missed every trend. Like I remember, do you know drop shipping? You know what drop shipping is?
Yes.
It's like e-commerce.
Yeah.
And I would have loved that would have been so perfect for me in high school to try and do. But by the time that like I was old enough to even like remotely consider doing that, it was already so oversaturated and so many people had already done it and made a bunch of money off of it. So then they shared their experiences, and then everyone my age or a couple years older have done it and they're trying to do it now. So like I didn't have a chance to do it.
Interesting. So yeah, podcasts have obviously been around for a very long time, but they're so popular right now. Do you think this is a wave?
I don't know.
Is this a cap on a wave?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I don't know.
I feel like same thing for comedy. It's really popular right now.
It's true. It's true. But it's also because a lot of comedians have podcasts, like Joe Rogan, Theo Von, like you said, Andrew Santino, Bobby Lee. I don't know if it's a kick. I think one of the hardest things though is that like podcasting is very oversaturated right now. Like it's the joke, bro. It's the joke. Everyone has a podcast.
Yep.
Men don't go to therapy. They start podcasts.
Let's go.
So it's like,
yeah.
Amen to that, by the way.
Amen.
But yeah, like people say, they say that, and obviously there's some truth to it. So there's a lot of, like, it definitely could be oversaturated right now. But I think the thing with podcasting is that's different compared to like drop shipping or any other business that you're going to do, is that as long as you're consistent, that like you can only grow to a certain point. Like if once you hit like, I don't even know, let's say 20,000 views of video, obviously you can start declining from there. But like right now where I'm at, it's not like I'm going to keep getting less and less.
That's true.
Like I'm basically only going to go up.
Yep.
So, but that's different to like in any other business, because if you try drop shipping, it either works or it doesn't work. Like it fails or you make a lot of money.
That's true. And word of mouth is huge.
Word of mouth is actually the best way that podcasts, or the most common way that a podcast is shared.
Specifically.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I can't think of any other
Not
way.
online.
You can't really advertise.
Not advertising.
No.
Not even me like posting these and YouTube pushing them. No, it's word of mouth.
So that's why when we drove up to Maine, you said it's like 3 years of consistent podcasting and you'll be remotely popular.
Yeah. Dude,
Something like that.
That's true with like almost anything. If you spend 5 years consistently doing anything, going to the gym, playing guitar, I don't care, whatever, playing golf, any sport, 5 years consistently doing that, like you're going to be pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And likely you're going to be successful at it. I mean,
Yep.
even in terms of any other business, like if you just spend so much time doing it, you're going to get better and better and better and better. Now, like with a business, it's tough because you need cash flow to like survive. But with stuff like hobbies, like playing the guitar, it's like if you suck at playing the guitar, it's not like you're losing money that you need to survive,
Yep.
right? So, like it can apply to business too, but it's better if you're thinking about it as like a hobby.
For sure. Yep.
Or something like podcasting where, I don't know.
You could do this on the side.
Yeah.
You're doing
I mean,
this.
you have to do it on the side unless you're really successful.
Yep.
So, which I'm completely fine doing for now.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I had a few more questions about working for yourself, because I know, well, I guess I don't really work for myself, but I work with my dad, and he's always worked for himself. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, this is very interesting because we both went paid for high school, parents did, but we didn't go to college. So why did you do that instead of going to college?
Why did I not go to college? Or
Yeah, so right out of high school, you got a job in carpentry,
landscaping.
landscaping.
So I did landscaping all throughout high school, every summer. I've always been a worker. And when I graduated high school, I knew this carpenter. He moved to Hawaii, and he was like, "Do you want to come?" I was like, "Of course, I would love to. Let's go build in Hawaii." The guy, I would wait. Months go by. I'm waiting for him. He's like, "I got you your place all set up. It's all ready." It was weeks out. I was ready to go. Bags basically packed. And he ghosted me. I met this guy from church. Totally ghosted me. And it was like, well, and I had a job. I was doing landscaping. It's not like I was jobless. But yeah, never called me back. And I actually, it's funny, I heard he's back. So
No way.
I need to find him.
Yeah.
So hey, I did it. No, but yeah, so I did landscaping and tree removal for I think it was till that spring, that next spring. So it was about a year I was doing landscaping, and then a guy heard I was a good worker, hired me on. I was with him for almost 4 years. Now look at me.
Yeah, so you didn't plan on going to college at all?
No,
Really?
not at all. I hated the idea of school. I still
Yeah. I mean, it's just personal.
Yeah.
I guess it was very convenient for even your parents who worked at the school to have you go there instead of because you could have gone to public school,
Yep.
and that would have in hindsight maybe have made more sense
Yep.
financially for your family, but at the same time for convenience sake, bro, both your parents work at the school.
Exactly. No.
It's gonna
it's
be tough getting you to go to the public school and them work at a different school.
No, that's true. And I don't know if this will make anyone upset on who's listening, but we did get, I don't know if it was completely free, but it was pretty close because
yeah,
we're all there.
Yep.
So
Yep. Incentives to work there, right? So,
right.
Bro, if you work here, your kids will go for free.
Right. Yes, sir.
And that's something. So, what are your plans for the future in terms of business?
I don't have a complete timeline, but I think 5 years, I would love to have at least one crew of guys, whether that's 3 or 5 people. That would be ideal. That's when I start making money. The thing that I struggle with the most is I love just working with my hands. I hate sitting at a desk doing paperwork, as I've said. So as I hire people and as my business grows, I kind of fade away from the job site, sit at my desk. So I don't love the idea of that. I kind of want to stay small. That's what my old boss did, and he's like, "It's the way to go. You gotta find your balance in life, because it will take over your life if you let it."
A lot of people have this idea that once they have enough money and their business becomes very efficient and they have workers and they don't really have to do much of the physical work anymore. They kind of imagine that they're going to do less work, but I don't think it works like that.
Definitely not.
It just changes. You just change what you're doing.
Yep.
There's a lot more
moving parts.
A lot more headaches.
Yeah. Yep.
A lot more headaches and a lot more responsibility.
Yep.
And maybe you want that. Maybe you want that and you don't have to do all the physical work. Maybe at some point when you're older, you're going to want to do that. But who's to say that you can't do what you want now?
Yep.
And then once you start getting older, you're like, okay, maybe I should back off a little bit. You can just change it up and hire more people and have them do the work. You have to do less work. You'll still have less work as in physical labor, but
yep. You gotta figure out what you really want, because I do not want to sit at a desk all day. Yep.
Yeah, I do a fair share of paperwork, and it's not fun.
Nope.
And I don't even mind it, but like all day it would be horrible. I couldn't do it all day.
Gotta live.
Yeah, you gotta live.
You gotta live.
I just did an episode on loneliness.
Mm.
Why do you think that everyone in our age range, let's say young adults, why do you think these people feel so lonely?
I think COVID put a dent in a lot of social interactions. And a lot of people don't know how to get out of that. They're still stuck in that because it's very comfortable. It's very comfortable to just sit in your own world. Yeah, especially with social media. And you feel connected, but you're really not. It's a very dangerous place to be in. You gotta take risks of being awkward in front of people, because it's worth it. It is very worth it in the end. Put yourself out there. Yeah.
I like that. It's that simple. There's a lot of people that you can enjoy and that will very much enjoy you as long as you're willing to put yourself out there.
Yep. Find your people. If you don't know where to start, if you have a coffee shop in your local town, go there once or twice a week at the same time. So you see the same people working there, and start up something new every week. Start up a new conversation. That is huge. You could start many great friendships that way. That's for sure.
You don't have to rush it.
Nope.
You don't have to rush it.
Nope.
There's people at my gym, and I hate to keep making this about myself, but there's so many people at my gym, and they're there every day, all day, and the workers are all friends with these people, and it's just because they're always in the same vicinity.
Yep.
Like, these people go to the gym every day.
And
I'm making good friends with some of the workers there too, and some of the people that go there too, and it's great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't just happen.
Nope.
It doesn't. And, you could take it step by step. First, be in the vicinity. Like you said, just go. Just go. You don't have to talk to anyone.
Yep.
Next time, or maybe, 2 weeks into that, just try and talk to someone. Doesn't matter,
And keep in mind, people love talking about themselves.
Yep.
They love it. Ask them. Ask them questions. Make them think. If you care.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it's good. That's a very important part. Make them think. I think that's people tend to ignore that.
Yeah.
In conversation.
Yep.
Small talk isn't just what people want.
Oh.
And you can definitely get far, but
you
don't know someone from small talk.
Mm-mm.
You don't know anything about them. So how are you even gonna like them?
Yep.
You don't know that.
Yep.
And you want to dig deep. You want to figure out, all right, you're a person that I want to be friends with. You want to dig deep.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Yeah. People ignore that.
Don't avoid.
One message to the world. What is it?
Work hard and take risks. Take as many risks as you can. And if you fail, try it again. Don't stop.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
That's a good one. I need to keep asking that to guests. Get a different answer every time.
Okay. You should.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Blaine, for coming on.
Thank you, Joe.
I don't even know how long it was really, because my sister came in and she was here for a while, so I don't know. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week with someone else.
Peace.
Peace out. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy and you find yourself coming back on the regular, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you never miss a full episode when it comes out. These are going to be coming out every week, and you don't want to miss them. There's a lot of knowledge and stuff. If you want to watch another episode, go to the left of your screen right there. You can click it. If you're watching on a TV, you're not going to be able to click it, but that's okay. So thank you again for sticking by and watching till the end, and I will see you next time.